Om Jananim Sharadam Devi Ramakrishnam Jagadguru Pada Padme Tayasritva Pranamami Mahurmu. We salute Sri Ramakrishna, the world teacher, and Mother Sarada, the Divine Mother. Our humble salutations to them. So it is a very auspicious occasion. We are here. Auspicious in the sense that this center, if you can sit little right and left so that I can see your faces, that will be better. You can go.
And if you can sit on the floor, you can come.
No, not necessary, so that you can see the faces. I don't make anyone to be. So you can come forward. I can see your face. Come. Sit here or this corner so that we can see your faces. Yeah. Otherwise, so this is auspicious in the sense, because what is auspicious? God is auspicious. And what it brings in our life? Auspiciousness. Auspiciousness is godliness. The center is here. As we heard about the history of it, it started with Swami Abhedanandaji, Bodhanandaji, Swamiji's disciple, Abhedananda, Ramakrishna's disciple. And it was an effort. And also Jyotishwaramanji. And then Shahananda Swami. And all later on many Swamis. But the point is that an attempt, there is a special place here where people can come and think of God. There are so many places of worship. To create another new worship place is not a new thing. But auspiciousness is that in this age of conflict and confusion, when you find that there is a place where one can find so much broad concept of spirituality, so much idea about the divinity of the soul, purity of our divine nature, and can mold their character in such a way that everywhere, wherever we go, we feel that it is our place. So that type of auspicious thing is very rare. That's why I am saying, to celebrate that auspiciousness, what is Sri Ramakrishna's ideal, the Vedanta ideal of oneness. We have already heard beautiful presentations from our younger generation, people who came here and were influenced by this, how that transformed their life. That is the auspicious thing. And that's why it is most auspicious 10th year of celebration. Because I was thinking of what is the success of an institution. Success of an institution is not that how many thousands of people are thronging around. It is a superficial thing. How many life is more changed and how many souls find new direction in life to create a life of peace and harmony and joy in this conflicting world of duality and tension. And this is the message of Vedanta and Ramakrishna. I will read a few lines because it is celebration on the center's 10th year. It is Swami Shahananda Maharaj gave this speech in the North Carolina Center when it was started. He gave everywhere, but somewhere it is recorded, somewhere not. But we get it. So there we find the idea and purpose of this center. He says the purpose of a new Vedanta ashram in the name of Ramakrishna is to provide a guide to keep up the spiritual values in the society to the lives and teachings of men and women of realization. Sri Ramakrishna is such an ideal. Realization of God is the message, His life presence. For facilities of transforming spiritual ideas, a group is necessary. A group requires some common practices. Realization is putting into practice the ideas and some common practices which are standardized, and that is called ritual. Rituals should be meaningful. Spiritual teachings give the values necessary for life, and people develop the capacity through practice. Character is repeated habits, said Swami Vivekananda. Society and individuals need self-mastery, which is the quiet thinking and effort to have self-control as a technique that is called meditation. It helps in spiritual realization, which is the ultimate goal of life. Even the little practice of spiritual values saves one from real danger, says Bhagavad Gita. Even if some people feel they don't need such groups and practices for themselves, at least they should support them for keeping up the values and atmosphere for the later generations to imbibe the culture, including the practices. So it's putting the purpose why this organization has been put. Some people will come together to build up their own life, to transform their own life, get energized in the spirit of divinity, and then they will be transmitting those values. So we need a group of people, dedicated people. Not millions will be thronging around. And how many genuine life is being transformed, and how many genuine people are being created by a society. A society is known by the number of people of character. How many people of character and dedication. Every religion, Swamiji says, has created men and women of exalted character. And this character, there are, but what the beauty of any religion, which is that religion should be followed, which has produced the greatest number of the monks, realized souls. God realization being the goal, any religion which has promoted in producing numbers of great spiritual giants, that is the success of that religion. So this to have, we need a place. That's why this center, like North Carolina, this is a center. Swami Vivekananda recommended maintaining a private shrine to Protestant Americans in 1890s. Meditating and unburdening to God in a corner of the house would gradually gather the vibration which will uplift whenever one goes there. That is the basic idea of church or a temple. There are many religions and many systems. Many religions support the congregational method of prayer. Sri Ramakrishna was the harmonizer of all religions through his life and Vedantic ideas. That is why he is considered the best among the humanized gods. Many people are more impressed since Sri Ramakrishna was photographed in his form, in this body, and it is not an imaginary picture. Sri Ramakrishna had direct perception of the divine, and that is the ultimate proof of religion. Mahatma Gandhi said that his life helps us to see God face to face. The need for real spirituality is in every person, because it is the organic necessity. Religion could not be thrown out of communistic or other materialistic systems. Religions often speak about the transitory nature of human life. Sri Ramakrishna stresses the positive aspects of God realization. There is some goal in the midst of impermanence that gives a positive value to our life and activities. He teaches the highest virtues like unselfishness, truthfulness, renunciation, service. Swami Vivekananda used to say that if there is a God, no amount of sacrifice does matter. And if there is no God, what does our life matter? Such an ideal is the necessity of this age. The spiritual center enshrining these ideas is very necessary for us. These ashramas are meant for practicing, preserving and preaching these high ideals. May Sri Ramakrishna inspire us all. So what is the conclusive idea? That this is a spiritual center. And the spiritual centers, what is the goal? is to enshrining these ideas in the life of human personality. And that should be meant for practicing that. Not only practicing, by your practice, you preserve the tradition, and that preservation will be the real preaching. Two ways of preaching is there. Go and convert people and bring them into your own ideas, no? That goes on in the whole world. But that is not the way of transformation. Transformation is that give liberty to everyone's practice. Let them learn that have faith in your own religion, faith in your own practice, at the same time to respect everyone. What is the fundamental philosophy of Vedanta preached by Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. So this center is successful in a way by the dedication of a few of the people, not that hundreds have come here, few of the people who day and night sacrifice their time, their energy, criticism from those people who don't do anything, and all nonsense things, but have the courage to hold on the feet of the Lord unselfishly. My gratitude goes to them. And all the boys who are in the university come over here, they feel drawn into this place as if they are home, and they learn by living here, learn to sacrifice, learn to think of others, like to prepare food for others, like to having some celebration going on, or working day and night for them, and at the same time the spiritual ideals and attitudes, what will make us great in our life. So this is, in that sense, I will say, it is a great success for this small center like Pittsburgh, which has been a source of inspiring so many people. Not that thousands, as I say, I don't count the number thousands. I always compare this, go to the very foundational days of Belur Math, which is our Bapir Badi, as somebody told, our father's home. And the ladies get married, when they come to their father's home, they are very happy. So our father's home is Belur Math, that is the origin, center of creation. So there you go, when Swami Brahmananda, Swami Shivananda, the spiritual stalwarts, those who can by look transform the life of people. By touch they can give spirituality. Religion is a tangible thing for them. They were there. How many people used to go there? It was heard that about 100 people will come for a Ramakrishna celebration. That was the number. That number is great number, or now? You go now, any day. A few thousand, 7,000-8,000 people will be there from morning till night. It's a thronging people. Does it make spiritual? Who is taking the values? Who is absorbing the values? Who is coming there to sit, meditate, contemplate, and just transform the life? So that is more important. So number is good, people are coming. They will get some, of course, some benefit. But the important point is that it is character building education, Swami Vivekananda wanted to give. Religion is realization. Religion is not talk. Religion is not some rituals. Religion is not for dogma. Religion is not some faith. I believe in this faith, or I have some understanding about this. That is not how your life is transformed. Rabindranath Tagore used to say that I love God, and what will be the indication? That my face will shine, and even the passers-by who have no concept of what is called spirituality, they look at my face and see, oh Lord, your glory. Pather potik সেও দেখে যাবে মোর মুখভাবে তোমারও বারতা এই সংসার বাতায়ন পথে বসে রব যাবে আনমনা. When I will be sitting unmindfully, but my spirituality, my life should be transformed, that it will percolate to my life in such a way that the bliss, the joy, the peace will be manifested through my face. That is called religion. And that is the purpose of creating a human to a divine personality. So this center's major goal is that. And that should manifest in so many ways. And this is the teaching is very universal. That is the beauty of Vedanta. And just I heard that going to any place, how many people can feel comfortable? Suppose you, even in Hinduism, you go to the people who are Hare Krishna people. I can go and enjoy in that temple. I can sing and dance with them. I am very happy with them. Because I know God is only one in the form of Krishna or Rama is the same for me. But even in Hinduism it is very difficult to let them to come and enjoy the worship and puja and what we are doing. Very difficult. Only Vedanta can give you this. That's why Sri Ramakrishna said, they keep the Advaitic knowledge in your edge of your cloth, tie in your cloth, means in your hand, and do whatever you like. Swami Vivekananda's idea that he didn't say that universal religion. What is universal religion? Universal religion will be that one religion. All will be mingled into one. No, that cannot be the universal religion. Universal religion has infinite facet. Each path will be the path. At the same time, they have their own dignity and have the capacity to appreciate others' path and at the same time follow your own path. He said that, do I expect that a Hindu will be a Buddhist or Buddhist will be a Hindu? Or a Christian will be a Hindu or a Hindu will be a Christian? God forbid. Let everyone practice their own discipline and appreciate the greatness of others. So that is the teaching which is very special. That's why Swami Vivekananda said that we are sect, but we are sectless sect. We are sect because we believe in this theory, How many people in the world will believe this? And now interfaith movement has started thanks to 1893 Parliament of Religions. And 1893 Parliament of Religions also, all the religious speakers, they talk about their religion. The only one person who spoke for all the world religion is Vivekananda. Everyone in a way said that yes, all religions I accept, but my religion is the best. Or the glory of my religion. But only here is a person who said that he talked about all the religions, each is greatness. No one should proclaim that theirs is the only way. Rather, every religion has created the spiritual journey. Many saints have been produced and they lead them to freedom. So this center is also based on these basic principles of those ideas. And you, those who are coming over here, you are absorbing that and you are transmitting that. What you absorb, you transmit. Suppose you are in your scientific research, you have your friends, you are working with them. By interaction, it is not preaching anything, but you are a preacher, you are an ambassador. You may be a fundamentalistic, an ambassador. You can be this pluralistic concept what you are talking about. That is the beauty, to bring this unity in diversity. Swami Vivekananda said. Not that everyone should be shaped in one format, but everyone should keep that special dignity, integrity and greatness, at the same time broadness. So that's why religion should be vast like ocean, vast like sky and deep like ocean. The depth and profundity and the expansion. Most of the time what happens which expands too much, depth narrows down. And when there is depth, there is no expansion. So this Vedanta societies have been created with this twin idea. It should be depth and expansion, both should be simultaneous. You should be profound in your spiritual practice to feel the realization that you are within this body, you are that eternal self, and you are trying to manifest that divinity in your every step. At the same time, respect every path, every one following any path to God. So this is really uniqueness of this Ramakrishna tradition, which you will not find in anywhere. Never ever I heard this type of stories. I'll give you one example. So, there is a temple in India, it is called Jagannath temple. Where is Jagannath?
Puri.
Puri Jagannath. Puri Jagannath. So Puri Jagannath temple and Swami Premananda, Ramakrishna's disciple. He was there, it happened to be that he was there. And he was entering into the temple, and then he found that a Christian father standing over there, and innocent people are thronging around. He started preaching there and saying that Hinduism is this vast, it is all worship of the idols and this and that, and Christianity is so great and this and that. So Premananda Swami, while entering into that temple, he found that these innocent people have been misguided. They are trying to proselytize, saying my religion is higher, Christ is higher, this is wrong, and they are idol worship, that and we are great, whatever. And then he started standing there, singing and dancing, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Bol, like that. He started singing and dancing, and whole gathering now turned towards Premananda. And he is a great spiritual personality. Intellect, we preach from our head. But Premananda, like people, they are saturated in God consciousness here. So when they sing and dance, as we are hearing about the glory of the music, when they spring from there, so they are a different personality. So whole audience turned towards him, and the father was so depressed and then disappointed, and he left that position. So now see that this part is a common story. You can say that anyone more inspirational can change the mind of the others. But here is this genuineness of this Vedanta society, genuineness of this Vedanta teachings, Sri Ramakrishna. What is Sri Ramakrishna? It is not cult, it is not doctrine, it is not dogma, it is something unimaginable. This thing has happened, and as Baburam Maharaj Premananda, he was happy, and then he went and saluted the Lord and went. He has no other business. He is not going to convert them. He only saw that these innocent people are getting turned into a wrong direction. So he sang and brought back to their own culture. And now Sri Ramakrishna came in the dream at night to Baburam Maharaj Premananda. And he appeared and he said, Baburam, why did you disturb that priest? Was he not talking about me? He's talking about Christ, talking about converting them. And Ramakrishna said, was he not talking about me? So why do you do that? And go and beg, find him. And then in the morning he was so overwhelmed. He get up from the bed and then he searched where is that father lives. He does not know. Inquiring in this church and that church. There are many churches during those days. So he went there and found out that teacher, and then beg apology to him and said, sorry, I did a mistake. My guru said that it is not the way I should do it. Have you heard anyone anywhere that it can go to that level of broadness, there's openness and respecting every path? If he's preaching Christ, he's preaching me. Ye yathaman pravaddante tang satraiva bhajamyaham mama vartma anuvartante manushya partha sarvasa. It's the Gita's message. Greatest harmonizer was Krishna. But we forget all these things. Even in Hinduism, how much fight we do among each other. So here comes the point. Mamo Bhartma Anuvartante. They are all following my path. Manushya Partha Sarvasa. All, Partha, Arjuna, they are all worshipping me. So diverse are the ways of approach, but they are worshipping me. This is called the harmony. Harmony of, it is not making a khichuri. Sometimes harmony may mean what Brahma movement tried to do that before Sri Ramakrishna's time. There is good development, but they are trying to take the best of Vedic education and the Western education of Christianity and match together and create a new religion. It is not like that mixing and matching. They are all traditional practiced for thousands of years. It has its own validity. But how to encourage one to follow his own direction and give inspiration to that. That's why in our tradition now, many of our monks, Western devotees, got the mantra from our sadhus, Christ mantra. Not one, not two, many. And they are the Christ vision. Some of our monks, last time they are Ramakrishna, lived the whole Ramakrishna order, got the mantra about Christ and practiced that mantra, and at the point of death they have the vision of Christ. But Christ is not other than Ramakrishna. Because there is a Vedanta, who is Christ, who is Rama, who is Krishna? There is a form. Form melts into the infinite, which is infinite Satchidananda. So they are not two contradictory things. So this is a message of this age, and I think this is a wonderful opportunity to be here and to get this lesson again and again to the sadhus, to the reading, studying here, Swami Vivekananda, Upanishad, Gita, reading like that in the broad perspective. You can read Gita in different commentaries from different perspectives. Dualistic concept, non-dualistic, qualified monism, and hundreds of explanations of the Bhagavad Gita. But to read Gita in this holistic idea of universalism, to read Upanishads in this holistic, that's why it is, we feel blessed that we got this training. If I read Bible, I can extract so much out of it. Because of this background I can do that. Buddhism, when I read Buddhism, I can extract so much joy out of it. Because I know it is not true. We are not talking of two approaches. So this is the place I expect that you, those who find this type of inspiration, already got it. You should help others to bring. It is not proselytizing again. Anyone coming, we are not saying, hey, you worship Rama, you have to give up and go for Ramakrishna. Not that. Because Rama is not a different person, you are forgetting, you are the same person came in different costume. If it is different person, then you can fight with each other. But the same person come in one costume and another costume, with whom you are fighting? It's a misconception. So, to get out of this misconception, to get into the real spirituality, to get into the peace and eternal connection with our divine nature, this place is a source of inspiration. So, you should inspire others to come and get this nurtured more and more and make the life spiritual. That's the major thing. Our goal is nothing. By selfless service, by meditation, by prayer, and by devotional practice of crying and weeping and praying or performing rituals and forms. So, taking these four aspects and living a life of peace and joy and finding greater peace every day in life. That's the goal of this, and to absorb this and to spread that. So your life, by life, not by preaching. Preaching will be there, But more will be life. Life should express the idea more. It is life. A lamp is lit from another lamp, no? Light to light, light to light. So I thank you all for participating into this, not only celebration, but many of you have come to be here after so many years, our younger brothers, to come back to home, as it were, and having this spiritual energy revitalized, and you can inspire others who are around you to come more and be involved into it, to learn these universal thoughts and ideas and manifest in the life. So Mother bless you, Sri Ramakrishna bless you, and bless all of us. Thank you. So now you can